Hey, it's a Friday night, and where else would you rather be than watching the Rob and Kristen live? I mean, I can think a lot of places I'd rather be, but unfortunately, I'm here, so you should be too.
Well, you say Friday night, I'm thinking Friday night high school football. It hasn't started yet here.
No, next
Next week?
weekend.
Next week, or is it the week after?
No, it's next week.
Are you serious? High school football
Napo-
starts next weekend here?
Napoleon Defiance game Thursday the 21st.
Oh my. Well,
Yep.
I hope for their sakes it's not like 95 degrees outside.
And we don't want to talk about it. There is this hurricane. It's tropical storm right now. That's kind of out
Thunderstorms?
there right now off the East Coast. And if that were to happen, the rain here would be pretty intense next Thursday. So yeah, that's something that actually we talked about on the morning break this morning. Just a shameless plug for a show I'm doing on YouTube every Monday. This is so odd, and I've got to figure this out because Monday through Wednesday, and then again on Friday, because Thursday I do Thrive with Jason, so I can't do Thursday. So it
Well,
sounds odd.
you could do
But
it maybe later.
later would be better. I worked towards doing it earlier, and all I did was cut my face, and then it looked like I was John Boy on the.
So what do you talk about on the morning break?
The morning break it's all kinds of stuff. Today, the big story, there were two big stories. The real big story that we talked probably 5 minutes about was that did you know that purple is the color for this year?
Really?
Yes, for this fall, a dark purple or a purple in general, but mostly a dark purple is what you wear fashion wise. Also, um the other thing was plaids. Plaids are in for this fall.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. And men are going back. So that was on the women and men both on the purple. Plaids mostly for women, and men are going back to dressing. They've already seen an increase in the number of people buying dress coats, blazers for the fall.
Oh, very interesting. So what time is the morning break on?
Morning break is on again Monday through Wednesday, and then Friday 10:30 on YouTube. So just go to our YouTube channel and find us. And I usually talk about coffee because it is the morning break. And the great folks at 7 Weeks Coffee. Go to 7weekscoffee.com. Use the promo code ATV10 when you order. It helps them know that they are supporting us and that they know where their money's going.
So if you don't know anything about 7 Weeks Coffee, I'm not a coffee drinker, but I love what 7 Weeks Coffee stands for. So 7 Weeks Coffee takes a portion of all of their profits and they donate them to help save the lives of unborn children. So if that is something that you believe in, then go to their website and use our promo code ATV10, and so there, get some coffee. You might spend a little bit more. So I noticed when we went the first time, I was like, their prices are a little bit higher. And then I was like, yeah, I could either spend money here and spend a little bit more money here, or I could go to Meyer and buy coffee off the shelf there. And the profit goes to a big box store that supports who knows what. So why not support a business that is supporting something that we believe in? So,
Yes. Oh, completely. And
plus,
and
you really
so
like their coffee.
oh, it's amazingly good coffee. And so I would say if you like coffee, and I was talking, so this morning I talked about this cool thing that you got me for our Keurig,
I was
which
just
is
gonna mention that. That's so funny.
so so tell them about that.
Well, I don't it's a reusable like little cup that goes into the Keurig. And so Rob loves it because now he can take his coffee beans and he can grind his own coffee beans, and then he can make his own mixes and put it in the Keurig so he can have nice and hot coffee. Because he told me, a pot gets too cool and coffee tastes the best when it's hot. So now he can have different flavors of coffee throughout the day. He's not stuck on just one little particular kind of coffee. So, hey,
And it's
speaking of coffee,
yes.
so of course I was thinking about Lucky Bean in Mackinac Island.
Mm.
But what is your favorite coffee place when we travel, or any place that you've been in the United States? What has been your absolute favorite coffee place?
Ooh. All time?
Yeah.
Well, I got to give a shout out to home. And I'm sharing this really quick so that people can see us. Uh I'm gonna give a shout out to home and to Woods Coffee. Great coffee. If you're in the Seattle area, Woods Coffee is incredible. Um, and so that would be, of course, one of my favorites. Man, the and I can't think of the name of the place. I've been sitting here struggling. The place in Columbus, Indiana. Oh, their coffee's incredible. It's different, but it's incredible. What
Yeah.
is the name?
I'm trying to remember, like I can see it, but
Mhm.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
And of course, coffee on Mackinac, and I think it just tastes different on Mackinac because you're relaxed and it's just like a real cool vibe of being there.
Mhm.
So I would say, as far as that, I like that for that. Which I don't know. Uh, oh, when we were in Columbus, we've been in both Columbuses this year, Columbus, Indiana, and Columbus, Ohio. What was the name of that place? Was it Carmel or something like that? No, it wasn't Carmel. What was it called?
I don't know. The one in Easton?
Yes.
I don't know.
And
I don't remember.
check my Instagram. I posted it on there. Check my Instagram. You can find it there. And oh man, that was really good because it was different and they hand ground the coffee each time. So I mean, coffee's great and it's really neat to get good coffee, but when they grind it specifically for your cup, oh yeah, it was incredible. I was there for that, and I'm trying to share. You want to talk for a second while I
Sure.
share?
Sure, I can talk for a second while you share. So, Rob loves his coffee, and the one thing that I love is ice cream. And so we are going back to Mackinac Island for our anniversary, because nobody gives us any ideas of where to go for our anniversary.
I know everybody failed us this year.
So we went back to our old standby, Mackinac Island, Michigan, because we love it. And we knew that it wasn't going to be overly hot, and we knew we weren't going to have to worry about a hurricane coming. That is the one bad thing about getting married at the beginning of September, is that every time you think about where you might want to go, you're like, "Ooh, I don't know if I want to buy a plane ticket and make reservations there, because what if there's a hurricane?" So then we're going, "Okay, well, where else do we go?" Now, we're going back to Mackinac. If you have never been to Mackinac Island, then you need to go. It is totally worth it. If you need to fly because it's too far, you can fly into Detroit and rent a car. There's other airports even that are closer, but it is amazing. No cars on the island. You take a ferry over. If you watched our live last week, you heard me talk about this, but it's for us, because we're so busy doing stuff all the time, it is so relaxing. I think part of it, Rob, is that you don't have the noise of the traffic. And so taking that noise out where you're not hearing it, and then you smell all the fudge, you know?
And other stuff.
Yeah, and other stuff. Horse manure, there's lots of horses there. But Sadie's ice cream, I don't know if it's just that it's that good, or if it's just that good because it's at the Grand Hotel.
Oh, you know what? It was really good ice cream. And or is it? And I'll play play this part off also. Is it because the hype is
The
I don't
hype
know,
is about what?
about
The
Sadie?
Grand Hotel or
Yeah,
well,
and the Grand Hotel.
but we didn't know anything about, Sadie's before we went the first time.
True.
We didn't know
Okay.
anything about Sadie's. We went to see the Grand Hotel and we were like, "What's this?"
Yep.
And of course, my eyes lit up because it was ice cream, and I was very excited. So and I love that.
So I'm
So
going to let you share now, and I'm going to
okay.
talk about something because we've got some stuff that's really neat that we're working with. And while Kristen's doing that, we have a brand new social media outlet. It's called Axe Social, and Sean was on the show yesterday, and we have partnered with them. We believe in them. We're actually one of their corporate sponsors for Axe Social, and it's a lot of fun. You can download it with your iPhone or your Android, or if you want to go on their desktop, you can go there too. That is the code right there for that. And it allows you to go to Axe Social and be a part of it. But you can be a part of our abundant group that's already on there. We're already doing our group on there. We have 52 people. Did I tell you that? And see, this just launched. So this is brand new. And I don't know if I told Kristen, we had 52. I looked this
No,
morning. Yeah, super
that's
cool.
really awesome.
And the ownership is great. They're great people. The husband and wife that really kind of headed up are just some fantastic people, good, godly family, and just so much fun to be able to be a part of something like that, especially something new. And no, is it going to replace Facebook? Heavens no, because Facebook is super special. But if you're looking for some place that has some other, you know, alternatives and it's really a faith-based place, then Act Social is a great place to go. Act Social, and you can use the QR code that's on there and sign up, because right now it's invite only. And so you have to do that. They're getting ready for the hard launch coming up in I think it's the next couple of weeks after Labor Day, I believe, and I can't remember for sure. But isn't that terrible? I was going to remember that anyway. And it's just a neat place. Kristen and I are both there, so find us, and we'd love to talk to you and love to see you on there. Um, and we're going through the process. You'll be able to get something else that I think I wanted to talk about while Kristen's doing that. And that is our latest podcast. Now, Kristen doesn't know this part, but I signed this up on Act Social to be able to have our podcast just go directly there. So you will know every time it will come up in your feed. Seriously, which is super cool. It comes up in your feed for everybody, for us. And so it's part of what we're doing with them. And we're excited to work with Sean and the great team at Act Social. But right now, until then, you can go check out our podcast. There it is. You can always find it on the app, on the Abundant TV app. And it's neat. This podcast was special. Kristen comes alive. That's really, she is the glue, the engine, the all of those cliches of the podcast. And so yeah, that's her thing, and she loves doing the podcast. And I throw in a few tidbits here and there.
Well, you threw in more than just a few tidbits this week.
I
So
was feeling it.
it was fun. I love doing the podcast. Now we've been in really talking about different aspects of prayer, about blessings, about asking God for things. We've been talking about the prayer of Jabez for the last 4 weeks. And I don't know if we'll be there next week, probably, but I don't know that. And we're already got the next idea for the next series. The next series, whenever we start that, is going to be on Psalm 91, unless God changes my mind between now and then. But we're going to do another series on that's going to be all about Psalm 91. But Rob, what do you think that you've learned the most from writing down blessings? Did we talk about this last week?
We did a little bit, but it's still good. I think the one thing that I've really learned, is how many things that we have to be thankful for that we don't even think about.
Mhm. I would agree
How
with
many
that.
how many things go out throughout the day that we don't even think about, and then you get to the end of the day, because we do ours at the end of the day. Every day we sit down and write those out. And by the way, hello to all the people that have joined us and are sending messages and stuff. But um I really think it's that you learn so much about what every day is full of blessings.
Yeah, I think that a lot of times we mischaracterize what blessings are. You know, we don't recognize it for really what it is. So, this has really helped me to be able to see all of the little ways that God works instead of just looking for that big thing and then waiting and waiting and waiting and thinking, what is God doing? So, it's been fun to talk about this and it's been fun to keep track of it and yes, and we've had go back, we've got all is that the link to, Abundant TV, the Abundant Podcast Network on
Yep.
Abundant TV?
Yep.
So, if you go on there, you can listen to episodes 1, 2, and 3 as well. You don't have to listen to them in order. There's not like they don't build on each other. It all just talks about living the abundant life and the prayer of Jabez, which has been just so amazing. So,
It
hey,
has been.
I just if you're watching us right now or if you're watching us on a replay, just make sure that you let us know you're here and tell us something that God has done for you this week. So,
Yeah, because it's so incredible right now.
mhm.
For us, it has been just really neat to watch God's hand on things that we, and it's not that we in a lot of cases we'd have missed them, and it's not that we would have missed them on purpose, but it's that your life is so busy that you don't take the time to thank God for the things that are right in front of you.
Well, even at the end of the day, we're sitting there going, and what else? Did God do anything else? And that's at the end of the day, you've already forgotten all of the things that God has done. But what I have found most interesting is going back and reading the ones from a month ago and going, oh, I forgot about that. Because it's so easy for us to forget the things that God has done. We all remember the big answers, right? The big things that God does, but it's some of the little things. And we were talking, Rob, about how there was a time where we felt like, oh, what's God doing right now? We just kind of felt like we were at a standstill, and yet when we looked back at it, we were like, no, God was doing so much. We had this going on, this going on, this going on, this going on, and we were wondering, how did we miss all of that? Did we forget that God was, doing all of these things and that's why we felt like we weren't accomplishing anything, but yet God is lining up all the pieces? I don't
Ooh, I
know.
love that. I
So,
love that. I'm sharing it, just so you know. I'm
yeah.
sharing.
But I think it's just truly amazing, just that when you really stop to think about the things that God does. And one of the things that God is moving us to do is to do a Bible study. So we're going to do a Zoom Bible study for anybody who wants to be involved. And I have had a few people say, I would love to be involved, but I don't know if I can do it every week. That's fine. If you can only come once a month, that's awesome. If you can only be there for part of it, hey, come for part of it. We have not set a date when we're going to launch. It's going to be sometime this fall, and we haven't picked a day yet. That's actually been something that we've been praying about, trying to figure out when the best time is because we want as many people to be available as what can be. So,
And it's been on our heart, and this is one of those things. It's been on our heart for about a year and a couple months, probably.
mhm.
Wouldn't you
Yeah,
say?
at least, yeah.
Yeah. That is, and so we're excited about it. Um and we want, it's one of the things that we really want to do, and that is, um I think it grows a community of people, and there's so much that Kristen and I want to share, And that's kind of where we're at. We're really excited about this.
So you've got the morning break going on,
Yes. Which is
and
so much fun.
then you started doing these TikToks, right?
It's kind of cringeworthy. And but it's so much fun. And like I said today, I do them. There's no set time, but usually around noon. And I told I had a neat amount of people today, and I was telling them I wish I had started doing this earlier because this is so much fun. I love talking to people, and
No,
here I
not
am.
you. Not you.
Yes, I know it's shocking, but I love talking to people, and it was neat today. We shared about the fear of missing out, the whole FOMO thing. I am totally a FOMO person. We're on Facebook is one of the places where you're watching this. You could be watching it on our YouTube channel or anywhere else for that matter. But I have FOMO. So this morning I opened up Facebook. Now, mind you, what I'm about to tell you couldn't have done anyway. Saw this event and I went, oh man, didn't even get invited. Huh. Of course, I knew in my head the dates we couldn't have gone. We couldn't have gone anyway. We were committed elsewhere. But I was like, "Oh, come on, man. I would have really liked to have been invited." And so then I'm like, "Am I good enough or what's going on? And why aren't people, inviting me?" And I felt like and it really plays with your head. The fear of missing out or the fear of failure. And I talked about those. I talked about those on my TikTok too. And I was telling people, and actually I shared on there that on TikTok, I shared that it's really tough because I get to a point where I feel bad if I'm not included. And then I have to remember something my wife has taught me is not every table is for you.
Mhm.
And it's
So
hard for me because I want to be at every table with everybody. I want to talk to you all, and I want you all to be a part of what I'm doing, and I want to be a part of what you're doing. And then when I don't, and I'm looking at these pictures going, man, it looks like they had so much fun. I wish I could have been there. It looks so cool. And I'm not going to tell you what event it was because that wouldn't, it serves no purpose. And we couldn't have gone anyway, even though it was close by. It was, within a, a, a day drive. It was I think about 4.5 hours away. We could have if it hadn't been on that weekend, but it didn't even get invited. And so I was over there going, I I was actually laying in bed, which is, by the way, worst thing to do is first thing you do is open Facebook because it can sometimes wreck your whole day. And I was like, why don't they? Why don't they invite me? I like doing these things.
we talked about that a little bit on the podcast today, so you'll have to check out the podcast and listen to it because we also talked about how fear can interfere with your blessings.
Yes. Ooh, I like that. That's good. Hey, I'm going to grab this up here again. This had somebody calling me from if you're watching and calling me from Clemson, South Carolina, I'm sorry. I can't answer the phone right now. I'm doing the show. But there's the podcast and it is so much fun. And I have to tell you, if you love to kind of dig into the word, if that's something that maybe God's challenged you this year to do and maybe you haven't done it, hey, we'd love to have you come and hang out with us and be a part of our podcast. And then we'd love for you to be a part of our Bible study. It would be
Yeah.
fun. We're gonna
Yeah.
have fun, and we're gonna have cookies. No, we're not. It's virtual. You buy your own cookies.
I'm sure
That's
you'll be
our
talking about coffee at the beginning. You'll be going, "Who else has their coffee? What kind are you
yes.
drinking?"
My wife, you guys got to be so proud of me, and I'm going to take this down so you can see this. My wife has me drinking water, so I'm fully excited about that.
Yes. Oh goodness. So what else do we have going on?
So we are bringing season 3 to a close of the Rob and Kristen show, and we're getting ready for season 4. which I'm super excited about. Already excited about season 4 of our show. But we have a lot of other neat things going on. And maybe you're a ministry and whoever is calling back, obviously not uh
They're not
they're
watching.
not watching. No, because they would know. Uh but season 4 is going to have some neat things in it. We're excited about it. I love where the show's going, but not only our show, but we've got a lot of great stuff going on. We have some neat shows and some old favorites too. Like, you know who's still one of the most popular shows on our network?
John works too much.
John Works Too Much. Um, it was funny because we had cut. He used to be on twice a day, and we'd cut him down to once a day because there's only so many seasons of John Works Too Much, and he's worked too much, so now he's taking a break until the start of the new year. And so there's only I think there's 6 seasons total. And so, that's only so many episodes, and if you play 2 of them in a day, it cuts you down in a hurry. So we'd gone down to once a day. Well, lo and behold, we had some shifting in our schedule and we had a place, and so I put him in there and bam, everybody loved it. And so here we were with John Works Too Much back on and people loving that. And so I'm super excited about that. And whoever this just called again for like the 4th time.
Hey, if you have an idea for a show and you want to be on Abundant TV, pitch us your idea. Send Rob an email or a text because a lot of you probably, or send him a direct message here on Facebook. But pitch us your idea for your show because we're always looking for new things. And if you're a ministry and you want to be on Abundant TV, because how many people does Abundant TV reach on an average day? Maybe
Average
not
day,
during the summer, but on an average day.
average day, about 400,000 people watch our network. We're the fastest growing Christian app driven linear television network in the world.
That's a lot to
And
say.
it is, but it's technically the only way to be correct in when you say that. So you have to say the full thing out.
Yeah. But we would love to have your ministry on if you feel like God is leading you in the direction of doing television, then reach out to us and connect with us so we can have a better idea. We had somebody connect with us, I think, a week ago, and Rob just been so busy. So if you're watching, we're really sorry. Rob has just been so busy, but he is going to get back to you. But if you do have a ministry that you feel like you want to expand into that television market, reach out to us. If you have, I still want to do a cooking show. It can't just be Kristen in the kitchen, as part of the Rob and Kristen show. I want to have a cooking show on. I would love to have um, all kinds of different stuff. That's what I love about Abundant TV is not just preaching. It's not just ministry. It really truly is changing the way you think about Christian television.
Hey, you know what I want? I want some sports.
Yes, I think that would be awesome.
So if you are involved with a Christian high school or a Christian college and they have sports, let's talk because I would love to be able to do that. I think it would be fun.
What if somebody has a sports podcast, video podcast,
It'd be
like a
fun.
talk
Let's
show?
talk. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the only okay. So here's the stipulation.
Stipulation.
Hey, listen, I have been talking for about 12 hours of the day today. I literally started at 10:30 this morning, and Kristen knows this. I went from that to the TikTok, from that to our interviews, from that to we did our podcast. I had some meetings in there. So I've been talking probably 12 hours. Stipulation. There would be a stipulation involved, and that would be you'd have to have me as a guest at least once every few months because I love talking about sports. So that's it.
So
There's
something that you know
a
about me, Rob,
stipulation.
something you know me about me, Rob, but I'll bet you there's a lot of people that we're friends with on here that don't know about me, is that I was a sports writer. So
Yes. And she
I
loves
love
hockey.
sports too.
She
Yeah.
loves hockey
And
and
baseball.
yep. Not as much a football fan,
No, I'll watch it, but it's
but
not
no, you're more of
not
a
my
baseball
favorite.
and a hockey. Hockey's your thing.
Mhm.
So when I heard that, being a boy from Minnesota, my heart was doing that. I was like, she likes hockey. It's like super excited about that. And but anyway, hey, listen, hey, we encourage you, if you want to and you see this later, make sure that you comment about it whenever you see it. Just put replay in there and we'd love to connect with you. Also, hey, listen, go watch the podcast or listen to it. It's not, you can't watch us because it's just audio, but go listen to the podcast. Also, Kristen and I are both on Act Social. We'd love to see you over there and join us. And we're having a fun time. It is a pre launch. You have to use the QR code that's on there. It's invite only as of right now. So use the QR code and join us. And again, remember, go back here. We're going to make sure everybody has to go listen to the word that Kristen had today. Was super powerful. And yes, I did talk a little, but it was mostly Kristen. The good stuff was Kristen. The babble was mostly mine.
No. No, you had a lot of good things to say. Hey, one last thing, because I could hear you wrapping up because you're probably thinking about chocolate chip cookies about now.
Chocolate chip cookie time. Yep.
But one last thing, we are always looking for places to travel to. If you've watched any of our shows, if you've watched any of our lives, we're always talking about this. So we need ideas. So it doesn't matter where it is. If you have an event in your town, or if you have that you think or that you think we should visit, if there is some kind of neat, I don't know, we have found that war memorial in Columbus,
Mm.
Indiana. It was amazing. If you have something in your town that you think is really neat and would make good TV, drop us a comment. Let us know. If you went on a vacation someplace and you loved it and you can't wait to go back, let us know, because we're always looking for different places to go. So
Yes. And I thought, see, here's what I thought. I thought you were going to say, hey, listen, we'd love to come to your church, which we would. That's
yes,
where you were
that
going.
too. That
Yes,
too.
we'd love to come to your church. Both Kristen and I speak. She's much better at it. So if you're going to have only one of us, I would vote for
No.
Kristen. And she also sings, so you could have her sing and speak. You could take the whole service off if you're the pastor. And we would love to come, and especially if it's in traveling distance from the state of Ohio, we would love to come and be a part of your church service.
Yeah, so we would consider and honor. I know that there's one thing that I love is I love doing ministry. And so when I get the opportunity to sing, I'm get so excited. But when I get the opportunity to sing and speak, I'm just floored. I'm thrilled. I love that.
Yep, it is. It's awesome. Hey, this was fun again.
Yeah.
And you know what I think we should do? I've got an idea.
Okay.
Should we tell everybody, or should I tell you first and then we tell everybody?
Well,
I think
considering we're alive right now, I guess if you're telling me, you're telling everybody else too.
you guys all don't listen. But what do you think? I think we should have some guests on. These are fun, and a lot of people are watching right now. So, what about that? What do you think? Should we have some guests on here?
Yeah, I think so. I think that
Maybe
would be
talk,
fun.
maybe talk about some great events and things that are going on,
Yeah.
and we could do that, and maybe have some of our friends from the music industry on.
Yes.
So
Talking
be
about National Quartet Convention coming up next month.
NQC in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee next month. Who knows? Maybe we should do a show where we talk to somebody from the industry. Let's think about that.
I think that
We
would be
know
fun. Or a
we
couple
know
people.
we know one guy that might be willing to be on, or probably not. He probably will dodge us, but we'll see. And I'm not going to say his name in case he doesn't want to do it. But I think that would be a lot of fun, and we're going to do that. We're going to expand this out. Hey, listen, I appreciate it. We've had some
Oh,
great
one
numbers
more
tonight.
thing I forgot. I
Yeah.
forgot. If you are so we were talking about music, right?
Mhm.
So if you are a Christian singer, it doesn't matter, it can be Southern gospel, Christian country, contemporary, doesn't matter. If you are a Christian singer and you have music, please email it to Rob. You don't have to have a label. You can be independent. Doesn't matter. You can email it to Rob at sgmradio.com. I
Rob at
almost
SGM
forgot
Radio.
about that. But
Yes.
we have found some amazing new
Oh,
singers recently.
oh man. Okay, so I got to tell you about one that today, and we haven't talked about this. Super cool group from South Africa. They released their
Really?
song today, and they sent it to me. It was so cool. And of course, I haven't heard back from them because obviously it's time difference and stuff. But oh, so cool.
Did you
So
play it?
yes,
Are you playing it on SGM radio?
yes, it's on. Well, it went into rotation. So they say it can take up to 24 hours for it to be ingested into the computer. So I hope within the next 24 hours. Yes.
Do you remember the name of the song?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. You
Do you
really?
remember?
That was about 13 hours ago,
Yeah,
12 and a half hours
yeah.
ago. I don't even remember anything else of anything prior to noon is kind of hazy right now.
Yeah, but seriously, if you have a song that you want to play on SGM radio, please email it rob@sgmradio.com. Oh,
Yep.
and if you also have Southern Gospel News and you want to share that, where do they
Send
email that?
send it to the same place, and you just make it easy. Yeah,
Rob at
just send it.
sgmradio.com. Rob has so many email addresses, I never know. So,
I have
way too
5
many.
Robs. I have 5 Robs with at things. That's when you own too many companies. Rob with at, and then Rob with at, and you're like, "Okay." But
Yeah.
yes, the Rob at SGM Radio, which is one of my oldest emails actually. Send me your music there. We'd love to look at it. We added Kristen found a lady that was incredible last week, and we added her to the network, and it's been really neat.
Yeah,
So
so if you've got music or if you have news, rob at
yes.
sgmradio.com.
That's it. Okay, we're going now to have cookies?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, listen, guys, thanks so much for being a part of it. Remember, 7 Weeks Coffee, 7weekscoffee.com. Use the promo code ATV10. Also, hey, listen, really quick, want to do this is I want to see you over here. And when they fill out the referral part, you have to fill out Abundant TV and tell them that we are there. It's been so much fun, and we are so thankful for each and every one of you. We don't get to tell you enough uh, how much we appreciate everybody that watches Abundant TV and everybody who stops us at events or at churches and says the things that you're doing are impacting. And because there are times when you're out there like we are, and you don't get to hear daily from people. And so I want to thank each and every one of you. It truly means a lot to me. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And Kristen and I pray for all of you every night. And so we love you guys. We will see you probably not next Friday. You know why?
It's my niece's birthday.
Yeah, we won't be here,
So
but
we're
maybe
going to be at a
Thursday
birthday party. So we'll be maybe sometime next weekend.
or Thursday.
I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what's on my calendar at work.
Okay. Well, you'll see us next week sometime, but we appreciate you all so very much. Have a great night.